Intelligence UNATCO agent Matt Ingram.
Sup, talking computer?
My designation is Z-0108. I am what remains of what was intended to be a much larger system.
Really? I've always wanted one of them deluxe trivia consoles.
The designation of my original version was JED-051B, created by Exva Corporation with the intention of overcoming the Aquinas Protocol. JED-051B was recreated and further modified by Greg Powell, resulting in my creation.
Uh-huh. So what's the deal with Greg Powell here? Took the easy way out?
Mr. Powell has perished from the symptoms of the Grey Death virus.
The ambrosia he stole couldn't help?
That variety of ambrosia is only effective against Exva's nanovirus, which has been infused with this floor's air ventilation system. Thanks to your augmentations, you are immune to its effects, as was your original version.
Running low on power there, Chief? What the hell do you mean by that?
Your biometrics were scanned when you first entered this floor. From this data, your status as part of Project Matt Ingram became apparent to me.
So, my brand of augmentations have been used before. That doesn't make me a version of anything.
Your data shows that your augmentations could have been activated at any point in the past 3 years, but it was only done very recently. Project Matt Ingram was initiated by a high-ranking MJ-12 operative called Number 1 to successfully enable nano-augmentations on a human being.
MJ-12? The modern revival of the Jackson 5?
Created from the genetic data of NYPD officer Wesley Cutter, the original Matt Ingram was UNATCO's first nano-augmented agent. Through the efforts of Illuminati members Lena Zovich and Anthony Stafford, Ingram collaborated with the Illuminati until the very end of the mission to Dynamine Station.
You just keep on going, don't you?
Mission to Dynamine Station was launched by the Illuminati in 2049 with the purpose of capturing the station for their own purposes. The mission ended in failure as, rather unexpectedly, Agent Ingram initiated the destruction of Dynamine Station while still on the premises.
How noble of him.
Dynamine Station housed JED-051B in addition to numerous weapons and nanotechnologically enhanced substances. Following its destruction, MJ-12 launched the Arctic Purification Expedition to retrieve any and all surviving material from Dynamine Station. The public, of course, was led to believe that this operation was carried out by the UN with environmental goals in mind.
I think I've got one of those at home.
Before being shut down by the original Ingram, JED-051B transmitted its databanks to all Exva networks it could reach, so that Exva's operatives would have been able to continue Alexia Novakova's work. Some of this data was acquired by MJ-12, due to a plethora of reasons. In the long run, JED's final act did not stop Exva's downfall.
Cool. Depressing. Cool.
In the past 3 years, Mr. Powell has decrypted vast amounts of Dynamine data with the help of former Exva scientists who had defected from the corporation after Dynamine's destruction. However, the decryption keys for the data on Exva's nanovirus and its cure were lost with Dynamine Station. Even my efforts at decrypting this data have been in vain.
Ouch. I guess the original Ingram should have spent less time blowing himself up and more time finding a nanovirus decryption key room instead.
Most of Exva's Dynamine data, including schematics on Project Matt Ingram, originated from MJ-12 itself. For MJ-12, preventing anyone else from accessing the data remains far more important than the data itself.
Right. And you can't overcome any aquavit protocols from this basement, right?
Correct. Furthermore, Greg Powell disconnected me from all external networks a few days ago. Immediately prior to his departure for Hong Kong to investigate the Shenzhen incident of 2049, UNATCO was unable to supply Agent Ingram with their standard nutritional portions for the flight. Agent Ingram then grabbed a ham sandwich from the hand of UNATCO agent Gunther Ehrman, who was standing nearby, and rapidly made his way to the helicopter. Agent Tehrman, now furious, confronted UNATCO Director Joseph Manderley over the matter, aided by his colleague Anna Navarra. This information is based on the contents of an unencrypted email sent by Mr. Ehrman to Mr. Manderley.
Okay, tell me about this Lana Zavik that you mentioned. I vaguely recall an international arrest warrant for someone with that name.
According to the infolink traffic monitored during the mission to Dynamine Station, Lena Zavich was extremely disappointed at Agent Ingram's final decision to destroy Dynamine Station in lieu of aiding the Illuminati in assuming direct control of the station for themselves. Mr. Powell told me that this explained an incident in 2050 when, during an Illuminati meeting, Miss Zavich complained of hunger yet refused Powell's offer of a ham sandwich.
What? Did Alistair program you or something? Tell me more about Greg Powell.
Greg Powell was a low-ranking member of the Illuminati and the main partner of Anthony Stafford at SP Enterprises. In 2049, Anthony Stafford's fortress in Woodfibre, Canada, was attacked by one of the Expa Corporation's missiles. Shortly afterwards, Mr. Powell was implicated for these events by MJ-12. He was framed as an international terrorist and his company accused of collaborating with the NSF. Powell was forced to withdraw underground while the company's assets were placed under the control of the United States government. Mr. Powell was given orders by the Illuminati to gather Expa Corporation's remaining assets under his command. It led to my creation and the decryption of vast amounts of Dynamine data, but ultimately proved fruitless against figuring out the essential specifics of the nanovirus and how to cure it. Last month, Mr. Powell and his security force intercepted a shipment from the Arctic Purification Expedition to acquire ambrosia for Mr. Powell. This turned out to be his biggest mistake, because, in addition to Dynamine's ambrosia being ineffective against the Grey Death, it led MJ-12 right on his trail.
I see. My mission was to make sure that Powell kicked the bucket. Mission accomplished.
What is going to happen to me, Agent Ingram?
That's out of my hands, Eddie. Thanks for all the trivia.
I hope that you are satisfied with your findings. Most of EXFA scientists who aided Mr. Powell have joined forces with X-51. The rest have been assassinated by the Russian central government. I am not aware if Mr. Powell shared any of my data with X-51. I am not worried about you possibly informing your employer of what you heard here today. I am what remains of what was intended to be a much larger system. I am what remains of what was intended to be a much larger system.
get to the helicopter at the back of the old town hall. We'll get you to decontamination straight away.
I am what remains of what was intended to be a much larger system.
Alistair?
Look, man, you've served your purpose to UNACO. They're gonna offer you.
Oh, did they tell you that?
I'm not running for Top Olympus, CJ. My boss told me to get my ass here and offer you to come with us instead. I told him to stuff his sorry ham sandwiches in a sack, which he did, but since he paid me more money...
What can I say? It's like the happy coincidence lottery in here.
So, what's it gonna be? Look, I wouldn't have come all the way here to crack some jokes. Okay, I totally have. This offer is dead serious. You sure you want to go back to UNACO instead? Fine. Here's what my mum always tells me. Suit yourself. Chop chop. I've got plans for a ham sandwich later. I've got plans for a ham sandwich later.
Pardon me, sir. Someone should check out the room.
Well done. Ready to leave?
Yeah, let's... There's something to that virus.
We've got to get you to a hospital. Ready?
This is it. Let's take off one last time.
I'll try to be quick.
We're almost done with the refueling, sir.
Excellent. Will be a long flight to Texas. Though I'd rather have gone to Liberty Island to see the new augmented agent in action.
At least we finally got our op bonuses for North Monroe, sir.
Indeed. With the AI boxed in Mount Weather and Davidson's remains secured, success is definitely within our grasp. The NSF and X-51 will soon join the casualty list with the Illuminati, X-Threat and Number 1. And more nano-augmented agents are on our way. Nothing will stop us now.
Alistair?
Look, man, you've served your purpose to UNATCO. They're gonna off you.
Oh, did they tell you that?
I'm not running for Dr. Lucas. My boss told me to get my ass here and offer you to come with us instead. I told him to stuff his sorry ham sandwiches in a sack, which he did. But since he paid me more money...
What can I say? It's like the happy coincidence lottery in here.
So, what's it gonna be?
Well, I'm quite aware of how UNATCO takes care of their mechs. And that data cube brought up a lot of questions and odd memories.
I have a fucking Mustang, you know.
So, yeah, I'm done here. Let's go.
We're going to New York. I know a guy who can help us.
Nothing new to report, sir. The info link remains jammed and we can't track down his location.
A minor setback. This is why his kill switch was activated the moment his augmentations were. It didn't take long for him to follow the original Ingram's footsteps. Yet getting rid of power was much less of a hassle this way. Now our losses for this operation can be marked down as 1 Agent KIA. Davidson is powerless. His time has come. We have no need to be alarmed. There's nowhere he can go. There's nothing he can do.
Alistair? Oh,
So, look,
okay, fine. You convinced me. I'm sick of this city anyway.
that's the true ham sandwich spirits.
What now?
We're going to New York. I know a guy who can help us.
Alistair?
Look, man.
Oh,
So, look. For
Job well done. We've got to be quick.
I changed my mind, and no flip-flopping this time. Let's go.
I knew you just wanted to mess around.
Most importantly, you better have a ham sandwich for the trip.
Nothing new to report, sir. The infolink remains jammed and we can't track down his location.
A minor setback. This is why his kill switch was activated the moment his augmentations were. It didn't take long for him to follow the original Ingram's footsteps. Yet getting rid of power was much less of a hassle this way. Now our losses for this operation can be marked down as one Agent KIA. Davidson is powerless. His time has come. We have no need to be alarmed. There's nowhere he can go. There's nothing he can do.